what role does sort of education and skill development play in ensuring the AI benefits reach all segments of society? Because I think that's the first part of it. I want to just put some color around that if I can, Greg. I think we've got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really say, each and every one of us sitting in this room, we all know the half-life of a skill is 3 years and declining. Simply put, 50% of the skills we learned 3 years ago are no longer needed today. So if we just play that out, which puts us not ahead of the game, but almost on an even footing across everyone, which means how do we use our time to upskill ourselves, continuous learning, etc. So what role does education and skills development play here?
Well, I think it's huge. If you think about change management, so you're rolling in a new system, maybe it's Office 365, it's an Oracle system. The 10 or 20 or 100 people that have to use these systems have to go through a change management program and change the way they work. With generative AI, it impacts all of us. Not equally, very unequally, right? If you look at AI adoption in the slow adopters of this technology, it's not the students that understand the tech, but not necessarily the workloads. It's not the rank and file employees that understand the workloads, but don't necessarily understand the tech. That's where the skills development comes in. And it's not the over 50s. It is, the lowest adoption is CEOs and board members. And think about that. The leaders of our organizations are saying, Manoj, please take care of the digital transformation thing over here, right? So I do think it's huge. It impacts everybody. I think the conversation in 12 months won't be about should we skill up our employees. It should be these. It's going to be about how do we roll in change management into our bank or our insurance company or our tech company, whatever it is. How do we do that in an efficient way? And the skills, even to handle the change management process, aren't in the companies. Quentin, one of my colleagues over here, and I were on a call yesterday with our counterparts in the United States. They're in Cleveland, Ohio. And they said they never heard of us, but they know them, but there's no other companies that are doing what we're doing in terms of skills development. So it's going to be a massive demand, I think, on the uptake.
Greg, can I ask you a follow-up question? And please, it's an unfair question, let me know. So upskilling is an important point, skills development is an important point. Whose role is it? Is it my role or is it my employer's role to say these are the relevant skills that are required?
I should defer to Lyndon on that one.
So that means he doesn't want to answer. My view is that we've all got to take individual responsibility.
Yeah.
I think it's our collective, it's our own futures. I think we do need to do that. But I'm checking that out, Greg, on your side, because my biggest fear is that we're waiting for someone to do something or provide direction. I was asked a few months ago, Manoj, like my child is finishing school, what should they study? This is the problem when you've got sort of these titles that fly around, like, I've got the answer to the future. And I said, I don't know. Because that's the uncertainty, right? Trying to predict the future, especially, never mind the macroeconomics, the technological speed at which things are developing becomes very difficult. And so I don't know. I don't know what 5 years looks like. I've got young children of my own. My oldest one should finish school, obviously, in the next 4 or 5 years. I don't know what he's going to study. I don't know if it's relevant for him to do what we traditionally on this panel and all of us here would have gone through. And I think those are the meta questions we need to think about. Yeah. But to that point, Greg, whose responsibility is it?
I think it's a leadership issue. If you think about it, you work for a bank and you have 3,000 employees in your call center. Now you know that a certain portion of those tasks are going to be automated, repetitive, and they have structured or unstructured. They have good quality data in front of it, so they can improve productivity and quality. So we need to reskill. So if I'm a call center employee, how do I know what skills I need? That's where the leadership comes in. My hypothesis is you pick a number, 100 people out of the call center into a 12, 24, 36 week course to upskill them on something, and then roll them back into the contact center or the communication center, as it may be called in the future. That's one way to do it. But they're not doing it. And that's why I'm worried about, up on the pole, which is mass job losses. And if the CEOs and the board members aren't AI, not just literate, but masters, what are they going to do? Productivity increases? Great, we can massively improve our productivity, or we can cut our cost. And we all know kind of how that conversation is going to go.